Hello, welcome to Dry Creek Beekeeping. So today I'm going to be taking a look at these two hives, the Eta Hive and the Epsilon Hive. And these are the two hive splits. 2 weeks ago, they were kind of just making their way, trying to build a population big enough that they can actually start expanding. So today, really all I'm going to be doing is just taking a look at these hives and making sure they're doing okay. Alright, starting with the Eta Hive here. And it looks like they drank all of their sugar water. That's good to see. And apparently they've been out of sugar water for so long that they plugged up all the holes here too. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, initial signs aren't good. It looks like another 2 weeks with no progress, which is great. Love to see it. But let's take a closer look, see what we got. It looks like they're building out the honeycomb here, so it's sticking way outside of the frames, which, you know, that's not annoying at all. What on earth are they doing? Okay, I don't even know what they're doing. This is one of the most wild things I've ever seen while beekeeping. Look at this. See that? That is honeycomb, capped honey with eggs on it. What are they doing? It's like they're using this capped honey as foundation comb. Look, even that honey, see below it? I don't know if you can see through that very well, but that is capped honey with honey on top of it. But what I can't get over is these eggs on top of honeycomb or already capped honey. What are they doing? That has to be the craziest thing I have ever seen. This side of the frame is normal. They got just brood, eggs, larvae. But what on earth is that? I'm going to be keeping a close eye on that because I want to see what happens. That is so weird. This frame is doing fine. It's got brood, it's got eggs, it's got stores, and same with this side of the frame, though it looks like it's gone through a brood cycle. I think this is the second brood cycle they've gone through. So the population should at least be higher now, but it doesn't actually appear to be so, which is odd. But I only gave them 3 frames to start the split, which was kind of a mistake on my part, but again, with these outermost frames, they only have 3 frames. But look how far that is sticking out from the frame. That's huge. That is a huge amount. But at least with this comb, it's actually like normal. They didn't build on top of already capped honey stores. This is just honey that they built out really far, which in my opinion is way better. All right, and here is the wacky frame that all splits seem to make. They just make one really wacky frame. So I don't really bother it. It is what it is. But I just can't get over this frame here. I just can't get over the fact that they have eggs over capped honey. That's so weird. But that's all I have to look at for this hive. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it back up and move on to the Epsilon Hive. But don't worry, I will be keeping a close eye on this frame because I am very interested to see what happens. All right, so 2 weeks ago with this hive, they were doing some really weird stuff in that they were like building comb in the place where I keep the jar feeder. And I'm guessing the same is going to still be true. Yep, of course it is. Look at that. That's probably enough wax to fill 2 whole frames, I would bet. And yet, they are using it here. And I bet inside this hive, they haven't even expanded to any frames. So, what I think is happening with this hive is a similar thing that happened to the YouTuber Clueless Beekeeping, where this hive only likes to build up. Like, most hives, when you see comb in a box that doesn't have any frames, you'd expect them to be building down from the top. You know, like bees in the wild do. But this hive, for whatever reason, only wants to build up into this box. It's probably something to do with genetics, but it's a very curious phenomenon, and I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this hive as well, and I might be performing some experiments with this hive in the future. If you want to see Clueless Beekeeping's video on a similar issue that he had, there's a link to that in the description of the video. So go down there and check it out once you're done with this video, of course. For right now, I'm just gonna set this off to the side and take a look inside. And then I'm, of course, gonna have to remove it because I'm not going to be using a jar feeder on this hive anymore. Well, initial signs here, looking at this hive, the population is quite large. So it looks like the queen has been doing good work. And looking down in the frames here, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames have stuff on them. So they have expanded a little bit. This is the outermost frame. It's just got some honey stores on it. I really want these 2 splits to have 2 full brood boxes worth of stuff by the end of the year, which that might be a bit bold to say the least, but it would help get them through winter. And there is a late year honey flow here with the goldenrod, so I'm hoping that will allow them to expand more. But looking at this here, they've mostly filled out this entire frame, and this actually has some eggs right in there, and it has brood on this side. Oh, ooh, there's a queen, there's a queen. Shoot. Where'd she go? There, oh. I have to hurry. All right, where'd she go? There. Nope, you aren't going anywhere. Come on, don't hide. There we go. All right. Let's go. Okay. I just caught the queen. That means I can mark the queen. Let's go. I've been trying to catch this queen for about 6 weeks now in the hopes I can mark her. All right, I just gotta hope that she doesn't fly away when I do this transfer to the queen cage. Oh my gosh, she flew away. No. You've got to be kidding me. That's such a stupid mistake that I just made. Okay. That was stupid, but I caught her again. I can see why beekeepers sometimes clip queen's wings now. That was brutal. But the good news is she is in the marking cage and I am good to mark her. Holy cow, that was painful to say the least. All right, time to mark the queen. If she will stop moving. There we go. Queen is successfully marked. Successfully being a relative term. I made a very stupid mistake there. Wow. She's still doing fine. And I'm going to release her into the hive. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that was an adventure, for sure. Daisy's honey, if you're watching this, I know that you left a comment about this. What was it? 2 weeks ago? I made quite the stupid mistake there, and you warned me that would happen, so sorry about that. But looking through the rest of this hive, it looks like just a lot of brood. I'm going to take a look at the last outermost frame here. And then I'm just going to close up this hive and call her good. I'm also going to be removing the feeder from this hive until I can find out a better solution, because apparently they like building comb up. Yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. Actually, look what they did with that weird frame. Very interesting. I kind of like the vibe here. Cool. Yeah, so what sucks about the feeder is with hives like this, I like feeding them to make sure that they have enough food, because with this low of a population, you don't know if they're going to have enough food. So it's good to have that extra precaution there. But the issue I have is that every feeding method that I can think of isn't really going to work for the following reasons. One, it either has to ship here, and that's going to take a while, because there's nowhere close by that I can actually like get the stuff that I need, and shipping here takes forever. Two, I mean, look, yeah. And three, with an entrance feeder, I have issues with raccoons here, just like going up and destroying my hives if they have an entrance feeder for some reason. So I'm not even going to mess with that. So the way it's going to be is, for now, they just don't have a feeder. Now it's time to see what we can do with this, getting it off. Look at that. Whew. So, to recap what we did here today, the Eta Hive, they haven't really made much progress, which isn't entirely surprising. They're a relatively new split. But for some reason, they decided to build comb on top of capped honeycomb like its foundation, and even lay eggs in it. I don't know why they're choosing to do that, but they are. And I'm going to be keeping a close eye on that, because I'm actually really curious to see what happens. And with the Epsilon Hive, I was able to mark the queen, which is very exciting, and not something that I really get to do that often, so I kind of made the very stupid mistake of letting her fly away. And she actually fell down through the pallet that the hives were set on. But luckily, I was able to find her, mark her, and put her back in the hive. Thankfully. But that could have ended really badly. Otherwise, the Epsilon Hive, for whatever reason, wants to make comb like this up into the jar feeder area, so I'm actually just removing the jar feeder entirely in the hopes that they actually focus on the hive. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.